Hi, good morning. So today's Tuesday. I think it's still September 29th, 2020. I woke up on my own, especially after the two night shifts I did. I ended my night shift yesterday morning. Then I slept 4 hours just by choice. I woke up on my own. There was nothing pressing. There was no reason I had to really get out of bed after 4 hours. But it's always my first day off, and I want to make sure I get back on a day shift track. And I only have to do this for, let's see, 8 more days, guys. 8 more days. I have to switch twice more. So I work Thursday night and Friday night. So on Thursday morning, I got to, get up early, do a bunch of work, and then try to go back to bed at noon and sleep on Thursday. Then I go do the night shift. I'll sleep all day Friday, go do the night shift. Then I'll switch for the weekend so I can go to church and try to act like a normal human. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, I got to switch one more time and do Tuesday, Wednesday. And then, again, if I do ever stay up late or stay up all night, it'll be for myself, and there'll be a very, very, very good reason. I just find that I haven't gained loads of weight, but I definitely, my life just doesn't look like I want it to. It's as simple as that. I could go into it more, but, you know, I'm never going to say I would never do that, because I'll do whatever it takes to have the money I want or to have the life I want. So, if I have to, if nursing takes a turn and it becomes such a great shortage that I can double my reseller income by just working 3 night shifts a week, then, I just don't know. But I do prefer being awake during the day and doing all the stuff I'm doing, even with all the chaos and the stuff everywhere and all the stuff that's unlisted that I need to get going on. So I woke up, I did the dishes. I've been sending out offers like crazy on Poshmark. The one change I made was to go ahead and get my reseller assistant back. It's a virtual assistant. They claim they don't use bots. You never do know, but everybody, that I look at the reviews, and it's definitely widely used. And it's not, cheap either. It's not like $10 a month or something. It's $24 a week, and you can do it by the week, or you can pay $120 something a month, something like that. And there are bigger packages, and they'll share more often. When I first tried it, it was great, and I could tell that they were doing their job. I could go in and see the items had been shared, but I just didn't have that much up on Poshmark. I hadn't cross-listed enough to where I really thought that it was worth the $100 a month. But now I have 1,500 items up there, and I had 4 sales yesterday on Poshmark, and I have, I think, one waiting, and another. I had actually 2 more people talking to me about, items, and then Macari I have a sale on, and Etsy I have a sale on. And it's a combination of getting my reseller assistant back, plus I am just editing prices. I'm not just dumping them to the ground or anything on Poshmark. I'm going in, I'm looking at what I'm asking for it on eBay, I'm looking at how long I've had this item, I'm deciding, why do I have this item, and if I can't fix it in some other way, if it's not the pictures, if it's not something really valuable that just takes time to sell, then I am pricing it accordingly. And like I said yesterday, I had a VA helping me, and it was totally my fault. I wasn't monitoring like I should have been. I was really busy with the night shift, and I was, still kind of grieving and going through some things, and I just did not pay attention to the fact that he had read or felt like Poshmark, you can mark the price up a little bit. And I don't know where he got that idea, but everything I've heard, and as we know, you need to have at least an equal price of what it's really worth on eBay and less. And then sometimes there are brands that do better on Poshmark, and maybe that's what he was thinking. There are certain specific brands that have kind of tanked on eBay, but on Poshmark they're really fast sellers. So I think you really have to truly know your pricing is on track. You have to look up every single item if you really were worried about that. But I just buy so low that on most items I just kind of try to get a ballpark and go with that. But yeah, my sales on Poshmark are really picking up, and my goal is to have Poshmark be 25% of my income. I don't I don't know if I'll ever do enough clothing again unless I just really keep finding the North Face and the Patagonia. In Wyoming, it's honestly not that tough to find North Face and Patagonia and all that. The problem is a lot of times companies in Wyoming, they have their workers wear it, like out on the dude ranches and all these tourist places, but they have embroidery on it. So I've been experimenting with picking those up anyway, because sometimes it'll say Brush Creek Ranch, or it'll say something that's kind of cool actually. And I know I've sold a couple pieces. I haven't really focused on doing that lately, but I've sold a couple pieces that had a ranch name or a construction company on the arm, and I still got good money. So I'm gonna, if they're cheap enough, I'll pick that up. So for today, like I said, I'm sorry, wandering as usual here. I got up, I woke up at like 5 something, I don't know. Went and got my Diet Coke from the Come and Go. That just gets me out of the house. I don't drink coffee. I just got sick one time and it had nothing to do with the coffee, but after that, I happened to have drank coffee, and I won't go into any detail, but it just burned, when I was sick, and I don't know, I just can't stand the taste really anymore. So I do drink Diet Coke, which is not healthy. It's one of my goals. No, I'll never quit completely because I enjoy it, and whatever, it's my choice. But working the night shift, I definitely drink more Diet Coke than a person needs in their life. So that is a personal goal. Starting next week, I'm not going to have some big announcement or make some big deal of it, but I do notice that when I'm home, I make a lot more iced tea. I drink hot tea. I make herbal tea. I do hibiscus tea. And then I'll still do my Diet Coke, but I don't drink near as much when I'm at home and I'm able to brew a really good tea. So what I'm going to do now, I did all my dishes. I snapped a picture for Instagram. I know if you're on YouTube, you can't see it, but I had dishes everywhere because on my first day off, when I'm working the night shift, I'm good to myself, and whatever I get done is fine, and whatever I don't is fine too, because I've already worked, 13 hours, 2 days in a row. But I did feel good yesterday. But toward nightfall, my husband and I were just vegging. We snacked. I have leftover cupcakes from church and bad stuff. So we ate that, and we're still in the middle of Flash. I think we're on season 4, and we're really big Marvel and Arrowverse fan. Sorry, I won't call it the CW verse. It is the Arrowverse. And one of my both my brothers actually, but one of my brothers is just a huge comic book person, and he kind of got us into all these. So we're done with Arrow, which breaks my heart. It's sad. I don't know why they do that, but anyway, like I would watch 10 more seasons of Arrow. But anyway, he's gone, and he's gonna go do some wrestling show or something. I don't even know. That's sad to me, but Supergirl, I guess, has one more season, so that's good news. Then I haven't even started The Legends of Tomorrow. I don't even know what it's about. The only thing I know is that there were some crossover shows, and so we kind of watched that. So anyway, we vegged, did a lot of nothing, played with the puppy. We took him for a short walk. My husband's knee, he had meniscus surgery like 4 months ago, and it still is not really coming around like it needs to. He's having therapy. They say he has plantar fasciitis, so he's rolling the ball under his foot. He's doing everything they tell him, and either between his heel and different things, he's still kind of, really struggling. So he still walks and still does his, the bike, and he's still getting exercise, but it's hard for me to walk with him and walk the dog because it's just so slow, and I just don't feel like I'm getting a workout. So if I go, it's just for, hubby time, not because I'm actually getting workout. So as soon as I'm done next week, I've got to look at how often I'm realistically going to do Planet Fitness in Laramie, and then I've got to find something in town that I like, which is hard because I just like Planet Fitness. I like going to the gym. I like lots of people around. I like feeling like I'm not, dumb for working out at 2 a.m. I like that feeling, and we don't really have anything quite like that here where I live. So I did my dishes. I'm going to go down and get my orders ready to ship. And then I have beef enchiladas planned out. I've got to make the sauce, and I got to get that done. It's what's her name? Not Rachel Drummond. She's on the Food Network. I don't know why I can't say her first name. Maybe it is Rachel Drummond. anyway, I'm going to make her beef enchiladas, and those probably won't be done until supper time because I haven't even started. So I think we'll have fish and spinach salad for lunch, so I'm going to make that. I've got a lot of orders. I think I still have, I think I got 5 on eBay still. Let me look here. And I've got 3 or 4 others between the other websites. So yeah, I still have 5. I did sell a $50 pair of Allen Edmonds this morning, and I had questions on that. I think he had actually asked me yesterday afternoon, and I was just too tired. I didn't face it. I probably could have sold them yesterday. But anyway, I answered his question, took a couple more pictures, and then I sold those for $50. And I looked them up, and that was a good offer. I had them too high. I had them at like 80, and there's nothing wrong with it. But for this style, and they had scuffs on them, 50 was actually a really good offer. And then everything else I've sold, I sold a $25 San Diego hat company hat, but everything else I sold is just kind of clearance, $11. I even sold a $5 pair of sweatpants just to get them out of there. They should not be in my inventory with the business model I'm trying to get to. And then SAS shoes, there are exceptions. I think with the men's shoes, they do a little better for me, but SAS shoes are just not performing for me. So I had a pair, I let them go at 12. They had some scuffs, and the buyer paid 22. So really, for a pair of shoes that actually have some scuffs, I think that's, you know, I'd struggle to pay 22 for shoes that had scuffs on them. So I think that's fair. And then on Etsy, I finally sold this, no, that's a pipe. On Etsy, I sold a Briar vintage pipe, and I've had this for over a year, so I'm so glad I got, what did I get for that, 20 some? On that. And then on Poshmark is where I sold this Snoopy apron. It was vintage material, but it was handmade and didn't have any tag on it, and so I was really blessed to get like $25, I want to say, on that. I had it at 50 for over a year, and I've played with the price, had sales, everything, but the minute I lowered the price on Poshmark, it sold right away. So anyway, this video is getting to be too long. I'm going to go get my enchiladas started. I am going to thrift today. I'm going to the local thrift. I really had to talk myself into staying home today, guys. You know, I've already worked what normal people work in a normal week, and I really don't want to list today. I don't really want to edit. I want to go shopping in Cheyenne to these big Goodwills that just truck the stuff out. So I'm going to try to get as much as I can today. I really shouldn't even shop tomorrow. I have the best stuff that I found last time I went to Cheyenne that is still in my car and not listed. So I should not go, but I'm probably going to go anyway tomorrow because, you know, I just got to get through this week. I got to get through these 8 days where I'm still switching back and forth on the night shift. Again, I don't want to exaggerate my suffering because that is not a big deal. I get paid well for doing it, and so I don't want to make it sound like I'm doing some, you know, amazing thing. My mindset is back to having a little more balanced life, and I don't want to go do the night shift anymore. So I just kind of want to mentally, you know, get this week over with as fast as I can. It's also hard because I do have coworkers. 2 of my coworkers called me yesterday talking about stuff that had happened at work, and I really, you know, when you find a job and you do have a good rapport with people, it's not always the case if you've ever worked a normal job. And when you finally have that and then you're quitting, it's weird. It's just weird. I probably gave too long of a notice. I think 5 weeks is really hard mentally to finish it out. But in nursing, and especially up here, I'm kind of leaving them in the lurch a little bit. And so, you know, my guilt got the best of me. Other nurses up here have just given 2 weeks notice, and they just, you know, they're fine. They don't live this guilt-ridden life. But for some reason I do. So I gave a 5-week notice, and it's been hard. The last 2 to 3 weeks have been just very difficult. So anyway, guys, I better go. I hope this will even upload to Instagram. Sometimes they don't if I make it too long. But anyway, have a great day, guys. Bye.